Hello, Taurus. My name is Agatha, and this is your astrology and tarot reading for the month of July 2018. It's a very general reading. If you'd like your own personal consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. We are going to start with the astrology reading. So, on the 13th of July, there's a solar eclipse at 20 degrees of Cancer. In your case, Taurus, this solar eclipse is going to happen in your third house. So for some of you, it's a brand new car. You need a brand new car because maybe your old one died, so you need a brand new car. Others, it could be that this is a brand new life for your sibling, for one of your siblings. Maybe he or she gets this fantastic job abroad. Maybe he or she becomes a parent, marries, moves away to a different place. So it's a brand new life to your sibling. Others, it could be if your sibling does get married, I don't think you'll like your brother-in-law or sister-in-law. I don't think you're going to like him or her too much. I think that you might think that he or she is very domineering. Others, it's could be new neighbors. You could have new neighbors, or a neighbor might leave. Or it could be that there's something new in your neighborhood. There's some sort of change in your neighborhood, and almost like an imposition by the law, by the courts. There's some sort of imposition in your neighborhood, and you need to abide by it. Others, it could be that, let's say, that you always had the bus right near you. So there's some sort of change, and now you no longer have the bus in your neighborhood. Or it could be like some sort of strike that will affect you for the next 6 months. Or let's say that there's going to be, changes in your neighborhood. In Portuguese we call it obras. Repairs of some kind, construction of some kind in your neighborhood, in order to allow, for instance, for there to be, I don't know, a new subway station, something new, in order for you to have, let's say, the bus really near where you live. Maybe it will be necessary to make some sort of changes in your neighborhood, and you'll have to deal with it for, like, I don't know, maybe 6 months. Others, it's some sort of new course that you take, a new formation. Let's say you decide to learn Spanish or, I don't know, Russian, a brand new language. And whatever you take, what type of course you have, I said language, could be any other thing. You might be in this course for the next 6 months. Others, it could be some sort of training that you are forced to do by your employer. And you're forced to do this training because it has to do something with new rules. So something to do with court decision, I don't know, something like that. And now you have to learn a lot of new things. Then on the 27th of July, there's a lunar eclipse at 4 degrees of Aquarius. This lunar eclipse, in your case, Taurus, is going to happen in your 10th house. So for some of you, this is you're leaving a career, you're leaving a job, you're maybe leaving this sort of career in order to start a new one. It could be that. Others, you're retiring. So whatever is happening in terms of your professional life, it's rather sudden, quickly, and it might involve some sort of conflict, for instance, with your employer. Let's say there's a new employer, a new boss. There's a new boss, and this person is smart, yeah, but at the same time cold and very aggressive. And you might have some sort of, let's call it, conflict with him or her, like an intellectual sort of conflict, and you don't agree with him or her, and he or she fires you, or you quit in a rage, something like that, like, because you kind of think, I can no longer deal with this crap, I'm just gonna leave. Others is that maybe you were working, but you decide to, you know what, I don't need to work, I can retire, and you just decide to retire. Others, it could be you are forced to retire. Another way of reading this eclipse, This could be like a change in your public status. If you were single, you might marry rather quickly. Be very careful, because this marriage might only last 6 months. Be very careful. If you were single, and you might marry. If you were married, you might divorce. Okay, you might divorce, and this is after some sort of conflict, and it could be rather suddenly. What else? What else? I think I said everything. There might be a change. This could be also a change in someone who has authority over you, not just employer, but it could be someone older in your family, like mother, father, grandmother, grandfather. There might be some sort of change in their life. For instance, your mother or father changes jobs, retires, something like that. Whatever he or she does, grandmother, grandfather, is going to affect your life as well. I'm sorry. Another way of reading this is that this could entail some sort of a very damaging change to your public figure. So if you want to write something on Twitter, be very careful. Don't write out of rage, because you might have, those tweets that go around the world and make you lose your job. Yeah, be careful with what you write. If you want to write something, don't. Be careful with what you say publicly in a public forum. Be very, very careful about that, Taurus. And then, Taurus, let's go to the tarot reading. This is beginning, middle, and end of the month, and I'm going to use the Star Tarot. And this, for some of you, like the astrology reading, might make more sense. For others, you might relate more to the tarot reading. So it's going to depend from case to case. On the beginning of the month, you have the Six of Cups. Because I'm seeing here the unicorn and 2 children on top of a unicorn, for some of you, I'm going to think that you're going to go on a trip and you're visiting something from your past. Maybe you're visiting the place where you used to live, your old neighborhood, your old city, your old town, your old country. Others, there's some sort of, the Six of Cups is the card connected with unconditional love. So you might get some sort of gift from someone who really, really appreciates you and loves you. Now, this could be from anyone. Could be a friend, family, could be spouse, partner, boyfriend, girlfriend. Others, it's you who's behaving like this. You're giving this gift to someone whom you really appreciate. When I say gift, it could be an actual gift, or it could be just, an offer of support, emotional support, and you do not want anything in return. You're just supporting this person because you truly love him or her. What else? This could be you reminiscing, thinking about the past, the good old days, or thinking about an old friend from the past, or an old boyfriend or girlfriend from the past. This could also be you meet a boyfriend or a girlfriend from the past, or you meet an old friend from the past, and you reconnect, and you have this great, reconnection. Others is that you're traveling with your kids, I would say, and you're giving them something that they always wanted. So this gift could be to your kids. You decide, hey, let's go to Disneyland. It could be something like that. And then in the middle of the month, you have the Three of Pentacles. What I'm focusing here, it's like it's a woman, and like in the middle of her, there's a nest, and there's 3 little eggs. You're working on a professional project. You're working on something that will eventually bring you money. Maybe you had to spend a little money in order to invest in this. So this could be, like I said, you're doing some sort of training. Now, this training could be you are forced to do this training for I would say like between 3 to 6 months. You're gonna have to do this because your employer is forcing you. Others, it's something that you decide to do because maybe, let's say, you work in some sort of business and you have these sorts of clients, but you want to expand your clients. So you decide to learn a new language. You decide to learn, I don't know, Korean. I don't know. I'm going to learn Korean so I can speak Korean, so I can go to Korea and expand my business. I don't know. I just said Korea. I could have said any other language. If it's not anything to do with professional life, it's something that has meaning and value to you. It could even be a creative sort of project, and you like your this thing, you are watching it grow. Okay, you are working on it and you are watching it grow. It could even be you decide to have a garden, you know, it could be that, and you're working on your garden. At the end of the month, Taurus, you have the Seven of Wands, which to me it's a self defense and protection card. So you're defending your time, you're defending your space. Maybe if you're working on some sort of professional project, maybe people are already talking to you and asking how is it going, and you're telling them this takes time. You know, you gotta allow this to grow. You gotta give me space. So you're defending your time and your space and your values. Okay, and that's it, Taurus. This is the reading that I have for you for July 2018. It's a very general reading. If you'd like your own personal consultation, please write to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. Bye bye.